Hello everyone, it's Julie from Camelia Crafts Designs. Welcome and welcome back. I'm here today to decorate the cover of the little journal we made together yesterday. Yeah, this was my prototype. I've made it from Tim Holtz scrapbook paper. One sheet of 12x12 made the cover. We've got two pockets inside, one front, one back, and we've got a pocket in the front and back covers. Yeah. Today I'm going to be decorating the cover on the one that we made together. I'm going to do a very similar style. I suppose it's like a little formula, I don't know. So I've got out ready. I've got my Tim Holtz paper dolls because I used one of those yesterday, so I'm going to use one again today. I've been fishing through my, this one is my thrift shop ephemera pack because I knew I'd seen another postcard. I'm gonna do it just about the same. So that's that. And these are my Twinches that I made in a previous video. This was one of the Scrap Busters videos that I did. They're just little embellishments made with little bits and bobs of Tim Holtz snippets. So if I don't know if I'm going to use that one yet, but this is how I made the pocket for the front. I knew I wanted a pocket that I could fit something in. Can you see the similarities yet? I don't think I want to use that with tiny button. I want something with a bigger button. So that one might work. Yeah, I think that one really might work. I think I want one with the button to the left. I don't know why, I just do. So I'm going to rule that one out. That one's a possibility. Oh, I don't know, I might like that. I don't know. It's really hard to decide sometimes, isn't it? I sometimes have people ask if I'm decisive as well, and oh yes, I'm definitely. Now, I might go for that. But this is how I do it. I rule out what I don't want, and then I'm usually left with what I do want, if that makes any sense. I like that, but again, the button's too small. I want one with a bigger, chompier button for the cover. I can save the ones with smaller buttons for the insides of things. So we're down to 3. Do you know, I think it might have to be that one. Then we can include a few more flowers in this journal. Let's have a look, see. Oh yeah, I like that. So this is going to be my journal cover. Now let's find a person. I think, because we've got flowers, I want a lady. Maybe a lady in a hat. It's not a big ask because there are lots of ladies in hats in these Tim Holtz dolls. This is the first pack he came out with. It's the only pack I've got. I just can't justify getting any more till I've used these, and I've had these about 2 years. She looks a bit grumpy for the front of a journal. We want to, and having said that, bloke on other one weren't smiling. Don't want a ballerina. You look too grumpy again, mate. We want a woman. Oh, we've got Ebb and Flow. Ebb and Flow there with the hats on. Oh, Ebb and Flow are contenders. What else have we got? You've no hat. You have a hat, but you're a man. No, you don't look good with them flowers, mister. We've used you on other journal. We don't want children. So, yeah. Why is there no women in hats? I've got this idea in my head of a woman in a hat. And all women in hats are just either too big for front. Oh, I don't know. She might do. I don't know. Contender. We've got a couple of contenders to audition. Come on, people in hats. We don't want a married couple. It's not a wedding journal. No women in hats there. So we don't want you. This could take a while. Why did I think there were far more women in hats in this journal than there are? Oh, that's Ebb and Flow smaller. So we could be leaning towards Ebb and Flow, seeing as we've picked them out twice. I've been looking through a lot of the newer Tim Holtz dolls with my friend, and maybe she's got more women in hats. Oh, she's there smaller. Right, so we've narrowed that down to 2. So see what I say again, I've narrowed it down by deciding what I don't want. Because I did have someone ask me on in comments on yesterday's videos how I decide what to use. And that is quite often how I decide what to use, by eliminating what I don't want and seeing what I've got left. Right, I'm just poking out these little bits because there's a little bit of daylight in Eb's elbow and a bit between Ebb and Flow. I think, you know, it's going to be Ebb and Flow. I don't think I want this woman. She looks a little bit too severe. She also looks like she's lost a walking stick, and it'd annoy me looking for it. I just like having these sitting down people sat on something and then leaning on something else. It's just a formula that works. And that, to me, that's my cover. So I'm going to do some inking around the edges and I'm going to stick it on and I'm going to call it done. So I'll just ink the edges that are going to show and then I'll show you how I stuck it together as the journal cover. Which again might be plainly obvious to some of you, and then others, especially the beginners out there, might enjoy seeing how it's done. Right, I don't ink my dolls. I don't know why, I just don't. Not saying you can't ink them, I just don't. There's no law against it. Doll police aren't going to come and get you. I've got way too much stuff on my desk. Right, so I'm just going to put this down. I've got my... Right, so I know my journal cover is 5 inches wide and 5.5 high. So I'm just going to quickly mark it out on here. Because if I stick this together and it don't fit, I'm going to be one unhappy bunny. Really am. So I've got 5 inches there. We know it's 5 inches high. 5.5 high. You do know how big your journal is, woman? I'm sure you do, but one would never know. I like to use my centre ruler because it just helps me get straight lines. Top tip at day, use a ruler, you get straight lines. That's up there with used glue because it's sticky, that, isn't it? Right. There we go. Just going to go over it again because with this being like a greasy paper, it's the backing off a label sheet. I mean, you could do this another way. You could have a piece of card with a hole cut out. I just want to make sure these people are going to stick on my journal. And I'm only going to put glue where I need to put it. So, Ebb and Flow are going to sit there. They're going to sit on top of postcard. It looks a bit like the bums on postcard. She's going to have her elbow resting on number 7, I think, on this one. So we're a bit more Katie cornered than before. And I want that there. So that's going to fit on. I'm quite happy that's going to fit on. So I'm going to start to glue. And I'm going to glue from front to back. I'm going to pick this one up because it's at front. Yeah. And I'm just going to put glue here. Here, because we know that's going to be behind it. I'll put a little bit there to stick that postcard on. It's going to cover, then I'm going to put glue around here. Ebb and Flow moved a bit there, didn't they? Yeah, that's still looking good. You need to go down, ladies. Your bum were just totally at the wrong place there. We'll take Ebb and Flow off a minute because we know where they're going to go. Then I'm going to pick this whole thing up. I've got it on here, so I'm not going to glue it to my mat or to any paper. Right, then I'm going to have a look, see how I've got this on back. I'm going to pop a bit of glue under there because we don't want any trouble when we're putting anything in pocket. Now, there might be many ways to do this. This is the way I do it. It works for me. Don't do all collage like this. Just when I'm doing like this, something that is going to be a pocket and it needs to be as it is. It needs to be as it is. Now, if you've got this little tool that I've got, and you've got a little bit of glue where you don't want it, it's just talcum powder and a fancy tool. Just rub it round them edges so it's not going to squeeze out and make it so that note's going to stick. So that your tags are going to stick when you put them in. So I've got a little bit of glue that's squidged out here. So I just like to grab a scrap of paper. And there we go. Looking good. I'm quite happy with that. Now, ebb and flow. Where are you going to go, girls? We didn't get any glue on there. I want that straight. So ebb and flow are going to sit there. She's got her elbow leaning at number 7. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to put glue from there all the way along. So I'll put my finger where my glue's going to start. So it's going to go down there and along there. I'm not going to go right to end because I can't remember if the bums went right to end or not. No, they didn't quite, so I'm happy with that. Then I'm going to put a little bit of glue around ebb and flow's edges. Yeah, you need some around your skirt, missus. I think they're old friends of Gertrude's, but I could be wrong. And there we go. That's twiddly a bit because we want this. This is the bit we want straight on journal cover, that postcard. And that's my pocket for my cover. Right, I'll move this because it's no longer required. I mean, use marks on your mark. Use whatever you want. What does Timmy say? You do you. Yeah. Well, I'm doing me. So, loving how ebb and flow go. Yeah. Top birds they are. Top birds. I think I could put something glue there, but then we could tuck something up under the feet. I never thought of that. I'm not going to put glue under the feet. But on this one, I'm going to put glue along the bottom of the postcard. There. I'm going to glue that. Then I'm going to put glue up there because I don't want this dropping off. Then we'll place it. Looks good. I'm clearing my hole. I'm clearing my tape. There you go, girls. That's officially where you two live now. Ebb and flow, off to bingo, I think that is. And I love this little florally bit. Tim Holtz mixes his little floral elements in with all this grungy stuff. So he's now given us permission to put more flowers in this journal. I really like that. So let's compare it to the last one. Not quite as grungy, but me likes. Oh, I don't think I've inked edge on this journal yet. Let's put a bit of ink on that one. I'll do the rest later. Yeah, that's finished. And if we want, we can pop anything up under ebb and flow's legs. Does that sound wrong? I think it does a bit, but hey ho, I've said it now. So I'm going to grab this. We could put, oh, what about a bingo card? I've said they're off to bingo, but I'm not going to spend 3 days now looking for a bingo card. That'd just be like a bit boring to watch, wouldn't it? Just grab anything. We could tuck something under. Anything. Yeah, there you go. It could be a temporary little tuck spot, that. Right, now let's find something to tuck in as a tag. And again, this is from a previous project. I made these. These were the faux jigsaw puzzle pieces, yeah? I made them so they could be used as journal cards. A lot of people did say, I had a few comments about them being thin and not sturdy, but they're just meant to look like the shape of a jigsaw piece. Right, let's try that one. That looks a little bit sinister, doesn't it, between the heads? It may, yeah, that may look a bit sinister. What about this one? This might be too big. That's too big. Yeah, so it's not that one. So we're looking at this one. This might be good. I'm just loving these butterflies resting behind people's heads. So yeah, I think that's it. We've got a butterfly behind Eb's head. Or is that Flo? I forget. And a flower there. And they are the Tim Holtz embellishments and words. Yeah. So that's our journal cover done. There you go. I like it. Right, next thing I'm going to do. For now, I just popped some of the found relatives in these cover pockets. But I'm going to make some tags. Right, so I'll just clear these bits up we're finished with, and I'll be back in 2 ticks with what we need on our desks to make the tags. And I'm back. So while I were putting my other bits away and gathering what I need now, I just opened my journal up and I put that on there just to weigh ebb and flow down while they stuck properly. And I'll now stick their journal card back in. I quite like that one there. Little butterfly. It just happened. I've got a butterfly behind her, like I had a butterfly behind the bloke. So, right, I'm going to be making some tags from the packaging and some scraps now. So I've got my Tim Holtz, some Tim Holtz packaging here. Yeah, I do love how all the Tim Holtz ephemera bits come with those as backings, because they are just fabulous for creating, yeah, tags and things from. Right, somewhere I've got one that I've measured to be 5 inches wide. And I can't find it. I've just got ready and I've lost some of it. But that's me, isn't it? That's me all over. I think I'm organised and then I get this. Here it is. Ugh. Right. Yeah, this was the packaging from the expedition. So what I've done is I've cut the bottom off and I've cut it off to 2 3/4 wide. It already came at 5 inches high. Then it fits in here perfectly. Ta-da! Now again, I'll show you how I decide how big a tag needs to be. I have these and I've got just some bits of paper. Well, it's thin file folder, and they're all marked up to the size they are. Popular sizes that I use again and again. So I'll grab one. I like that's 5 by 2 1/2. Let's try that. Depth is perfect, not quite wide enough. So I've got one at 5 by 3. Let's try that. Bit tight, little bit tight. Depth perfect. So then I decided to cut mine to 5 by 2 3/4, which I decided is a much better size. Because remember, we're going to decorate it. So if it starts off really tight, we're not going to have room to put it in when it's a bit thicker with decoration, are we? So I've cut that one and I'm going to cut another one. So I'll just put my little size guides to one side. I just have these up on my windowsill all the time. And sometimes I remember to use them. I don't always need to. So I'll grab my trimmer and I'm going to cut this one down to the same size again. Because I think it's a bit boring. Well, it's not totally boring. But I don't just want to have the photographs tucked in like that. I want some nice tags. So we know it's 5 inches wide, and we're going to cut it to 2 3/4. There we go. That can get used for something else. I don't know what yet, but something will come to mind. And I've got my corner rounder, and I've just rounded all 4 corners down with my medium one, which is 1/4 inch. Same as the small, is it the small corner on the We Are Memory Keepers corner chomper. So I've got those 2 ready to decorate. The backs, if you're quite happy to leave that as your back, decorate the front. But I don't know how much I'm going to be covering, so I think I may put some sticky brown paper onto that to be the back for writing, and then I'm going to decorate the actual fronts. Yeah, and what I'm going to decorate with is my little Tim Holtz bits and bobs of ephemera, and I've grabbed some of my Tim Holtz scraps and leftovers and some other bits that look like they could match. I found this bag this must have been a project I were doing, and I've tidied up, and this is what I had left. I've got 2 buttons ready done. Some tickets I made with some stamps. That's a big Tim Holtz ticket, far too big. And yeah, there's all sorts in here. Don't know what the purpose of these were when a Tim Holtz bingo ticket and some more little tickets. So, hey ho. But that's just made me decide I'm going to start decorating the front of these tags with these. Yeah, we'll have a ticket. Look at that. Oh, that's a little bird cage. I'm just going to do a little bit of collage. I've not got everything out that I own, because then I'll get a bit overwhelmed and I won't know what to put where. I do want to put another couple of Tim Holtz dolls on, so I'll grab those again, and I'm going to pick some of the smaller ones. If you're familiar with Tim Holtz dolls, you'll know that each person comes in 3 sizes. So when you saw me fish through them earlier, I now just want some teeny ones. I'm not really bothered who I use. Oh look, I've got a woman in a hat. So I've seen as I were after one, and sure we'll have him sorted. So let's poke his arms off. No, let's not poke his arms off. There's a little bit of daylight middle of his arms. He does look a bit severe, so we're going to hide him in a pocket, because he looks right grumpy, doesn't he? He might have had a tough day at work, poor lad, bless him. So that's them. I think I'll do a little bit of inking. Instantly they'll start to look a bit grungier. This will eventually dry if you leave it, even though the paper's a bit shiny. I'm using my walnut stain Distress Oxide because I like it. You use what you fancy. Give me some room to work. Give you some room to work, woman. That's better. Right, one thing I did bring in that's not Tim Holtz. I've got my coveted vintage journal that I bought, vintage ledger. I'm going to use some bits of this. Yes, it's very difficult to tear it when you first tear it, but that's what I bought it for, so that's what I'm going to use it for. And I think I like that bit that says receipts. So we'll pop you on there. And I think I'll just have a plain bit on the other one, and I might put it sideways. There we go. So we've got the receipts. We've got our Mr. Man. We've got a ticket. I like his head over at the side of where it says receipts, I think. I think I might want a different coloured ticket, actually. It looks a bit blah, if you know what I mean by blah. Right, where did I put my tickets? Too much stuff on the desk again, woman. They're here somewhere. Here we go. Found them. Now you don't have to use Tim Holtz tickets. I got these from the lovely Zoe, who is Paper Eve Creations, over on Instagram in a happy mail. So I'm going to use them. Yeah. I think I want... That one's a little bit brighter. So I'm going to use that one, I think. I don't know why, I don't know why, it just looks better. That's a bit dull. I'll do something else with that one. He's going to go there. And I want something down here near his feet. So I'm going to go through my little bits and bats with Tim Holtz snippets for something to put down near his feet. I don't think I want flowers near his feet. I've no idea what that says. Then I'm just going to put some of the little bits and bobs on for no rhyme or reason. Oh, that says May 7, 23. I don't know why. I think I want that up there. And that, I'm happy with that, so I'm going to stick, and that's done. I used to faff so much more, but I've listened to Tim. Tim says don't spend all day looking for that perfect piece, because the fact that you put it there means it's that perfect piece. So true, Tim, so true. So we've got a bit of ledge paper again. We might put her on this side. I think she needs to go on a ripped edge though. I don't know why, I just do. We've got less writing on there, so I want something. We could have a different ticket. I did put that one on at first, but again, I don't like it. I think I want a green ticket. That looks good. 15 cents. Can you even see? Yeah. I'm a bit more zoomed in again today, so you can see what I'm up to. Got a ticket that says 15 cents. We may put that there. Go on. I'm embracing putting things at an angle. I can't always do it, but I'm trying really, really hard. Maybe something out of here again. This one is the Snippets Ephemera pack. It's those teeny tiny ones. But I then mixed it with another pack and I forgot what it was called. So that's quite naughty of me, isn't it? Oh, that's good. That's like... I think it matches me ledger paper a bit too well, though. Although I don't know. I think I might like it. What about some big numbers? 25. I'm done. I've just decided I'm done. What about a round one? It needs something there, doesn't it? Sale price. Done. So, let's glue Mr. Man. And at this point, it's really annoying if you sneeze. At this point, if I were not filming, I'd take a photo of it. But I'm filming, so my camera's in use. So I won't be taking no photos. I'm going to grab my ink. I'm over-inking everything. I like to ink some things. He's not getting inked. I think this ticket needs a bit of inking. That doesn't need inking. That, I think that needs to be grungier at top. I think I'm going to rip it. I'm just going to lightly ink that. Doesn't need a lot. And I'm going to glue it down. I'm going to use my art glitter glue for all this. This is very thick paper, this ledger paper. It went about there, didn't it? It looks straightish. That goes up there, that goes there. That went about there. So I'm going to glue that one next. If you think you might want to tuck some under edge, don't go right to edge. I've decided I don't, so I'm going to go quite up to the edge. Well, have you on a bit Katie cornered or catty wampus or just plain old wonky? We'll see how the man's doing. Let's just squidge that down. There you go, mate. You're looking good. Stick that down. I can't remember if that was supposed to overlap out, but hey ho. And we'll stick the man down. Now I'm holding his head, I'm going to have to put him sideways to stick him down. There we go. I just always like to have these people looking like they're stood on something, leaning on something or sitting on something. Because otherwise I think they just look like they're floating in midair. Whee. Can't remember where that went before, but it's now going to go there. I'm going to stick this one on. This is not a Tim Holtz one, I don't think. It feels like paper, it feels like a digital. Please don't ask me where it's from. I don't know. I really don't know. Do we have that under there or above there? Above. So, I'm really happy with that. Now let's stick this one down. Haha, I'm going to forget this one, where things go. I'll just know it. A little bit of ink here. Yeah, so people have asked about any tips, and I don't know, it really was when Tim Holtz said something about, yeah, don't spend all day trying to find perfect placement for something, because the fact that you put it there means that's the perfect place. I don't know, something just clicked in my head. And yeah, I don't do best collage in the world. Yeah, loads of people do collage better than me, but I'm happy with my collage. I like it. So there. So there. I sound like a 2-year-old, don't I? So there. I know it can be, when you're using supplies that are a bit more expensive, I faff more. And I suppose I've stopped faffing as much with the Tim Holtz stuff because I've been so lucky to have so much in Happy Mail, and I keep saying that, but I am so lucky, and thank you to everyone who has bought me some. I'm not going to reel names off because I would forget one. Some are coming to mind, but others I'll forget, so I'm not gonna. Oh, I did mention Zoe. Yeah, we can mention Zoe. She lives near her. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Right, is this what we did? Did we have the 25 up there? She went there, and the sale price thing was there. It was something like that, wasn't it? So let's stick it on. Whee. And I do find that helps. If you say wee while you're putting glue on. That improves my work no end. I went a bit giddy with glue there when I got to going wee and woo. And yeah, let's get me dry baby wipe. Oh, that weren't dry. It's nearly dry. Sorted. So I'm going to stick that on a bit cattywampus like. Whee. Yeah, there you go. Whee. Works. I have a feeling I put that up higher than it originally was, but I can live with that. I'm going to put my woman on because I don't want to stick my other bits on and then not have room for my little lady. She looks like she's all dressed up for a day at sales, doesn't she? So we've got the sale price tag, the amounts. She's off shopping. There we go. That's not stuck yet. Good, because I don't want that one wonky. I want that one right way up. Whee. It's going to be really hard to get this straight when everything else is wonky. That's straight enough. And I'll stick my little 25 on up top. Again, I wanted that straight. It's just straightish, it'll do us. If I put the 5 straight with that, at least it'll look like I made some effort. Oh, the 5's a slightly different colour, I didn't realise that, but it doesn't matter. Right, so that's my 2 tags. I'm still going to put these on the top because I like it. Yeah. Those little clips, I don't know, they're just the cutest things. Never knew more. I've probably had them all out at packet now. Getting them all mixed up. Yeah, they're good. Right, while I just do some more bits for inside the journal, I'm going to put these under my mat. Just like this, to stay flat. And everything will stay glued down. There we go. Right, one thing I do want to put inside is a little notebook. And I'm going to make this with a Tim Holtz journal card. Now you could make it with the packaging. Let me show you. In fact, I could just make one with this piece of packaging without doing. Yeah, that would fit nicely. Yeah, I'll use this because it'll fit perfectly. I did these in a video a while back. They're not rocket science. I've seen many people make these. Many people have made them before I made them. So I'm going to just round those corners. And because this has just got one hole, I'm going to punch some more holes. Grab my hole punch. Before I punch the holes, I'm just going to put some scraps of paper in. Now I've got bits on my desk from when I did the journal, when I did the pages. So I'm going to start off with that piece. I'm butting that up inside to decide where to rip it. Oh, there's a bit there. And I'm just going I'm using the bottom of that to decide where to rip. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I've got my little pile at the side of me here with all the bits. Let's have a bit of music paper, a bit more tea dyed. I just want to put about 8 or 9 little pieces in. Let's grab me tea dyed scraps. Where are you people? No, that's not you. Because my drawers are in an horrendous mess, I'm going to use this bit of paper that got creased. Yeah, I'm having a mass clear out in my... Oh, that'll be good. I'm having a mass clear out in my craft room this week while my Etsy shop's closed. Oh, you may have noticed, I know Sylvia noticed, eagle-eyed, that I did put timestamps on yesterday's video so you could skip about bits you need to watch. So that was something I had the time to figure out how to do. It wasn't actually that difficult. So it's shameful I've not figured it out before. Ooh, I like that bit of a wobbly wonkiness. That, yeah, I can just go down middle. So again, I'm just using the thing that is going to be the cover for the notebook to decide where to rip my pages. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 there. 5, 6. Do I even want to put... No, I'm going to keep this as just plain old scrapbook paper. Because it's not a big journal, I think that is going to be enough. Oh, I'm going to round those corners as well. Just decided. And I'm going to pop those in top. And I'm going to punch 2 holes with the big hole punch. Don't quite need it that. I've got it at about 3/8 of an inch. I've got that gauge sat at. Just like that. Then I'm going to tie it together with some of this same twine that I bound the journal with. Oh no, that's thicker. That's thicker, that. We don't want that. Oh, I've got a scrap of that there. No, that's too short. Let's get some off the actual full reel. So I'm going to thread through there. Through there. I mean, you can go to town on this. You can put eyelets in. You can decorate it in 1,000,001 different ways. I'm just going to put a few bits on after I've tied my loop. I don't know, I like when I use this packaging that there's packaging showing to let you know that, oh, we've used packaging. And tie that little bow. I mean, you could just staple this. I just like to do it so that whoever gets the journal can refill it should they wish to. So now my bow's on. I'm just going to get some bits and bobs from my little snippets ephemera pack. And I'm going to pop them on here. I might leave the Tim Holtz name showing, actually. That didn't show up well enough. But I don't want that one. That one looks good. We could have some flowers like we had on the journal front. We could. Oh, I like that. It says field. Oh, we've covered Tim Holtz up there. I want that. I don't think that's even Tim Holtz. That's a digital. This looks like... I don't know. I'm not going to guess whose it is because, again, I'm going to get it wrong. What I will do is I'll put a list of all the people I buy my labels from on Etsy. Because I honestly couldn't tell you which pack this is from. Then you can go and have a look. But a lot of them are much of a muchness, aren't they, anyway? You'll get similar sorts of things in a lot of different packs. So you may already have these. I don't want the flowers that side. I think I want the flowers that side. Let's ink them a smidgen. Am I still going? Yeah, I'm still going. So that's that. And I think we'll have some kind of sign or ticket or price there. So let's rifle. Oh, I like that. That'll do. Is that the same one I had out before that I moved? It could be. I'm really good at that. I'm like, no, I don't want that. Rummage for something else and then come out with exactly the same thing. But I must just prove that I like it. And I'm going to have that right up to edge because it's things missing, you know, it's border. There we've got a little notebook. Yeah, on the back I'll put some of the sticky brown paper so you can write on it. Inside it's plain. I mean, if you didn't want any of that showing, you could have turned this completely inside out, but you would have seen the writing here and the big barcode underneath. But I like being able to see bits. So we'll put you in. I think we'll have you in the front. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to get my tags out from underneath my mat. I'll put the little clips on them. So you can come out, mate. You're not needed anymore. Get back to work. You look like an accountant. Go and crunch some numbers. So that's that one there. And we'll put Eb's daughter in the front. It could be Flo's daughter. Oh, it could be very woken. It could be Eb and Flo's daughter. There you go. So that's our 2 tags for the cover. We've got a notebook there. And here I am just going to stick some random ephemera. We've got to have some random Timmy ephemera sticking in, haven't we? But then I want, can you see this? It's upside down. So what I want to do is put something on here to make a little tuck spot. Oh, I like that. We've got a little family in a car. I could make a tuck spot and have them so that they tuck inside the tuck spot. What have we got? Don't want that. I think I like that. There you go. And then most upside downness you don't see anymore. I could put a Twinchie on, I suppose. I could put one at Twinches with a tiny button. Oh, let's see. Let's see. A teeny buttoned Twinchie. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that one. I like. That's going to go there. We've already got one photo there, and we can pop another photo in there. How yummy is that? I like. So that's sorted. So when you see me make all these little bits and you're like, what do you do with them? This is what I do with them. And I also stick them randomly in Etsy orders for people and Happy Mails. I do have a lot more Tim Holtz stuff pre-made, but guess what? I can't find it. It's all safe in a tub that I can't lay my hands on at this moment in time. I really like that. So we've got 2 Twinches used on this one, and then that's just going to tuck in there. But I will wait. No, yeah, I'll put it there. I'll wait till the glue's properly dry because we don't want to stick it in and have it come out. Never, do we? Because you can do a little bit of journaling back there. So that's that. I'm not decorating that one. We've got the bit of fabric tape there. That's the side where I like it. So we've got our notebook there. We've got some random ephemera in there. I think I may put, you know, when I told him to get back to work, I feel sorry for him now. I'm going to put him there. There you go. But I don't want that in anymore. That looks good. It's done. So that's my Tim Holtz. Well, it didn't start out to be a Tim Holtz journal, but it ended up being one, didn't it? That's my little Tim Holtz journal from one sheet of 12 by 12. We've gone a bit springy now, we've filled it with stuff, but like I say, over time it will be easier. I'm really happy with that. I really hope you enjoy watching it and give it a whirl. I will link to the first part, and I will also link to the Twinches, the tags that I've used on the front, and all the people that I buy my labels off. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.